Hey guys. Yesterday, I checked out and I have exactly, let me see, 8. So I have had 5 new nether pieces. Yesterday's stream was insane, honestly. So if you're joining from YouTube, please do me a big favor and share with us in the comment section down below what you are playing in Slormancer. What character? What level are you? Anything about the character that you play. Thank you. This is Monday, and we are going to be looking into a couple more Slurm grind, of course. My ring is +1. I became so much more offensive yesterday also. Like all around, my resistances are a little bit lower, of course, but as I upgrade the gear, I suppose it's going to be getting much better too, so that's alright. Oh, it has failed. That 20% seems to be always hitting it. Oof, 11. That's some nice upgrades here. 9 to 10. 7 to 8. Chest is about to become 13 even. Maybe a tiny bit more there. So I need a helm, I need one more ring, and I need a necklace. Possibly not possible to find all that today, as I have limited time compared to other days. But maybe we could get it lucky with a single piece. We'll see. That would be nice, certainly. Life on hits and thorns. Really don't see myself playing that. Mana regeneration upgrade, armor, even more evasion and projectile damage reduction. Like I don't see myself putting a projectile damage reduction onto an item. Rebound chance, that is very interesting, but that's a single stat I just realized. Okay. I need more offensive pieces. Don't really have many. We need just raw damage right now. Oh, like to put onto these items. Pretty much. Percentage raw damage for like a ring would be absolutely insane, for instance. Couple of new legendaries, yeah. I actually cannot believe that, like, completely deleted my life leech gloves. Don't know where they are. Hope everything is fine with the stream. Looks like it. Hey, hello, Tim. Good Monday to you, mate. Guys, with this new setup, I think it's possible for me to see like a 30,000 meteor. So 30 million, I should say, I suppose. It's quite rare, but like it's possible, I think. My goal would be like getting to 100 million damage, but it seems like it would take some time. It's all dependent on like this weapon pretty much. Just scaling the weapon further and further. I am very soon like going to be opening a new character. I think it's going to be a Huntress. And I'll be making my own build again. Like obviously, like even on this build as well, I've changed so many things thanks to a little bit of like help. Whether it be on stream or like on YouTube comments. Like just yesterday, for instance, there was somebody asking why do you have Ascension on your gear instead of Whirlwind. I'm like, wait a minute, it doesn't scale my meteor damage? Well, little that I know, it does not. So now we are full Whirlwind on the pluses to the skills from the gear. So I'm sure stuff like that is going to happen to the Huntress as well. Which is one of the aspects that I really enjoy streaming. There's lots of back and forth, basically, coming into my build. Hey Leon, how you doing? Still playing? Yeah, I'll be playing for quite more time, it seems like. Like, I'm really enjoying grinding this game, I don't know why. It's like, just shut your brain off and grind, you know? It's very enjoyable. Good day to you, mates. How much do you have Ancestor Strike and Critical Strike chance? My Ancestor Strike chance is like 31%. And my crits is like 50, I think. Yeah, exactly 50% crits. And about like 31% Ancestor Strike chance. Biaps is there saying, dropped 2-3 inner fire oranges with like no other ones. So I swapped over. Book Smash. If there's a ton of damage. Surge was talking about Book Smash as well. Just dropping books on top of your enemies. Apparently it does deal a lot of damage. Biaps, is that the only character that you played so far? Or did you like check out the other classes as well? I'm kind of wondering like how hard would it be for the developers to, you know, come up with a DLC that's just... maybe like new enemy types and like one more class or something, you know what I mean? Because something like that would be, I mean, I suppose it would require quite a bit of testing the class parts. But something like that like gives you a lot of content, I was thinking, in this game, for sure. Trying to get my mage to end game where I can farm the gear to make a different class. Other two are level 1, but I've crafted the trainee weapon for both already. Aha. Biaps, one side of me is like, go for 100% completion in this game. But there are some like legitimately grinder stuff. So, and it's one of those roads that like if you start, you know, you better finish it kind of thing, because like otherwise what's the point? What like why did you put in the hours, right? So I'm thinking if I should if I should or not, yeah. Not sure yet. There's stuff like max all skills to 15, which is like the cap. And then get all of the primordials to maximum level. You know, there are a lot of stuff like that. Sounds like a lot of forge runs. Yeah, if you want to like optimize it, for sure, I think it's all forge runs. You're totally correct. But I am wondering, like for instance, like the level of the weapon, right? Does it get increased by like your experience gain, right? Or You cannot necessarily like change the speed. Does level of the weapon increase faster if you're fighting enemies that are yielding more experience? Stuff like that are pretty important to learn. Same goes for like the skills, right? If I run like, for instance, experience ultimatum, am I going to be like leveling up my skills faster as well? I guess I'm gonna ask these questions once the stream is a little bit more full. Let's say perhaps somebody has an idea. The weapon benefits from experience gain. Also, when you level a weapon, affinity, right? At the Reaper guy, they gain faster levels as well and lower requirement to primordial upgrades. I made a video for this. The affinity pies, I know. That's I already knew, but yeah, if it's going to be like gaining faster experience, then like you could go for like ancestral experience gain, right? I'm sure there's something here, right? Let me see. There is one thing, but it's very small. Yeah, I think you would rather go for like experience ultimatum instead, I suppose. For the skills, perhaps, like if it's getting affected by the XP gain, maybe like trainee weapon might be like the best one to upgrade the skills. This was a tenacity run. Everything has high tenacity. I'm not able to pull anything together, so no METEORs from me. It's a bit annoying. But it is done, because like the whirlwind is hitting really hard. When I don't have health, it's not really giving me that much. It's fine. I was wondering if it was going to be giving me a lot of average damage, but kind of meh. I think the banner is here, right? Plus 39. I can't even run that. That's a special one apparently. It requires this guy to be done, which were complete. And then it requires this guy to be done, which I could run right now, but I would have rather run this. Yeah, I suppose like I would have rather run this when charges are full. I'll run it still. That's one of the bosses, by the way. There's that witch on the bottom lane as well that I need to do eventually. It requires an answer to silence, which I don't think there is an answer in this game for silence. The trainee staff max is 1000, but I'll assume it levels fast after 200 to 300. I haven't played with it yet. On my new character I'll try. Until level 100 I'll most likely just like play with that trainee. But before that, of course, like I will, with this character I'll max out the affinity, right, of that school, because I think affinities are shared. Yeah, I got to level 100 on my first character without even using the trainee weapon like ever. Nobody told me anything about it, probably, as far as I remember. And also I was just like using the experience gain ultimatum. But yeah, it turns out like there's a huge difference between the weapon and the ultimatum, because weapon continues scaling all the time. Don't know if it's infinite, but yeah, it continues scaling all the time, so more and more and more experience all the time. have 600% experience when I put mine. I'm hitting 100. Yeah, that's... And the experience ultimatum is like what? 65%. Okay. You have 10 times more experience gain, you know? No big deal. Certainly. Opening gates. How are we playing right now? Okay. I guess I had too many explosions or something, I'm not sure. That's not interesting. Okay. Versus the boss. I feel like I shouldn't be whirlwinding too much. It's like my whirlwind is so strong right now that like it's actually one-shots the enemies. And I don't really want to do that, right? I want to like meteor the boss, so... So interesting. So my character's playstyle is changing a little bit, in fact. Oh, really? Okay. At that level. This is attack speed and projectile damage reduction. You gain the following ancestral skill. It's a reaping totem. Summon a reaping totem that lasts for 8 seconds. It deals skill damage equal to 2% of their maximum life every second to all enemies. Once the effect ends, the totem explodes and deals skill damage equal to 25% of the slurm gathered during this duration. Probably not really. Hoxim is saying I play mage through Arcane Missile 77 in the Great Forge, 30 to 40 million DPS with the Aegis of Lights and the Staff with the Rising Sun. You are immortal. Sounds pretty good. I haven't played a mage so far. I think my mage is about like level 10 or something. It's completely slacking on it. It's my secondary duplicate item. Okay. Do 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 do. Overdrive chance. That's interesting. And now it resets. Yeah, 0 nether charge one more time. So. I couldn't TP there. I'm in the wrong road. Might as well go grab these. Quite a few items on the floor. This place was pain to go about. I have done one like 100 wave forge run yesterday off stream while talking to some friends on Discord. It was nothing special, but I was just curious if I was gonna die because like I'm a lot less defensive now. My armor is only the thing that's higher. Rest of the stuff are like a lot lower. Lightning resistance is, I think, overcapped, but like that will be fixed if I can find myself a new helm. Let's see. Retaliation. Is that a build? Is that a thing? Let's go upgrade a couple of items. Another big boy roll on the ring. 54%. Only successful. +2. 13. So from 13 to 14, right? Wait, is that 12? Okay. So we need to go extremely heavy here. This needs to be pretty much million gold invested. Okay. Double reinforcements plus 14 chest piece. Absolutely beautiful. 15 is going to be pretty difficult, but just it's gonna depend basically on the materials, I think. There's a weapon that does your retaliation damage to anything you walk near, so there's probably like a zoomy run build there somewhere. Is it like a righteous fire kind of thing, or do you still need to like activate stuff? Because there might be some AFK builds in this game, by the way. I think so. My gloves, they're not ready. Nothing is ready, apparently. Right, this is it. Well, I've gotten a 14 chest piece, right? That still is huge. %21% area damage reduction from my chest, guys. I don't even like the rare stat on my chest, by the way. Like, I don't think we need the projectile damage reduction. Honestly, I think that's a dead stat. Any flag enjoyers right there. It's just when you walk by them. I gotta see the distance. Like if it's like you need to go next to them, might get kind of boring. But if it's like, you know, a little bit bigger than like whirlwind zone, then yeah. It's a bummer that like you cannot scale the whirlwind's AoE. I was really surprised when somebody told me on the stream. I think it was like the first day that I was playing this game, and I was thinking, you know, whirlwind is an AoE attack. Well, not really. It would have been nice to be able to like scale the whirlwind zone tiny bit maybe. So like you cannot have it attack faster and you cannot have it, you know, bigger radius, larger radius. Fully stacks and burn on everything. My starter build to level 100 was basically RF. Lowy's Gratitude with 50% aura effect spawns a rotating fireball every 0.5 seconds, fills the whole screen vertical and half your horizontal distance. You run it and it fully stacks, burn on everything. Honestly, my first build, like this guy just came to be this because of the shoulders that I found. Like when I found the outbreak, right? I was like, well, I kind of wanted to check out the grapple anyways, let's see how it feels. And then it was amazing with the shoulder pads. So, got lucky a little bit there. Would have done something else probably if it wasn't for those. It's an ascendancy node that requires 0 gear, but if you have the dot staff, its effect turns the remainder. That's called the burst staff, right? Because like they're using that staff against like damage over time immune enemies, I think I want to say. If you're like playing a damage over time build, I think that's how you go through like damage over time immune maps and stuff. To be honest with you, I think I would not play a damage over time because like there are some maps that are just completely immune to you, I want to say. Which is a bad decision in my opinion on development's parts. Don't know. I should pay attention and see like what's the highest damage dealt by the way sometime on that screen. Kind of curious if you're ever seeing 30 mil. Guys, there's 100% a better way, like an easier way to grind influence, right? Because like it's so slow. Yesterday I did like 10 waves in the battlefields. I don't even think I've gotten any influence at all. Maybe I should like pay attention to what that battlefield's opening is saying. It's like a guide maybe there? Some info written? More movement speed and a projectile skill would help. You're right. 100%. Well, to be honest with you though, like, as I get stronger, which I am, right? As I continue killing stuff, I can certainly, like, take some movement speed for, like, fresh farming, for sure. Like this is already looking so much smoother than yesterday's stats, basically. Like a... Okay, so more movement speed and like a projectile skill that is automatically proccing and targeting stuff, right? And at the same time scaling of my skill damage. That sort of thing would be pretty interesting to me, to my character. I agree with you. Even if you don't really need to like use it while pushing like this, you could use it while farming battlefields. Your movement speed is 5-1 right now. I think mine is like 4-1. Yeah. We could get a little bit more, to be fair, but like just by like a really quick swap over here, for instance, right? This guy goes away, grabs this guy instead. Boom. Right. And now it's became, what did it become? 485. It feels so much better already, to be fair. Let me see. There's like 5% movement speed there, right? That's a bit low. Your movement speed can no longer be decreased. Yeah, I think it's, to be fair, like it's probably better for me to like drop this, take this guy, and then like drop this guy. And take this guy like this. Probably better that way. Yeah. It's like this, you're still like well over 700,000 skill like average. Adam is there saying, which super is that? Looks super cool. This is called Vengeance. You need to finish the game for it. You need to finish, like, kill the last boss. And Vengeance, it not only looks extremely cool, but it also has a very cool interaction as well. If you're addicted to grinding and like getting stronger with your character in this game, like you need Vengeance, I think. Primordial Staff of the Ancestral Wrath. I farmed a bit with that. If you get a good stack that doesn't consume and you can walk and hold the button. I don't think I would like to change my weapon though. Like, I'm completely obsessed with the Vengeance now. I cannot change my weapon. No way. Oh, we have an upgrade here. Huge. Movement speed is interesting. I wonder if I would put this. Interesting. Right, so we have potentially 2 upgrades, 1 for sure. Let's see, maybe the ring is leveling up. Exactly. If I use this one, 19%, 29%. Not lucky. Thought there was one thing that was like almost there with level up. I guess I took my chance or something, I don't know. It's not there anymore. So, yeah, like on the boots, for instance, right? If I'm not going to put movement speed, like what am I going to put on it? Don't you think so? I mean, don't get me wrong, you can get anything anywhere, I suppose, with the grafting. You can even put like crit strike chance here. It's like, but movement speed is really dope. I'm just gonna put movement speed, I think, guys. Right? Look at this. It becomes 43% movement speed, guys. Holy! What is the difference? I'm gaining twice the movement speed from the boots. That's insane. I think let's make it now. That's going to be beautiful. I just realized also, like, for some reason I still have armor rolled on this. I think I need to, like, roll evasion on these stats. I don't know why this item is giving me, like, armor. I guess, like, there's still armor stuff. So this one, for instance, is, like, evasion. It's pretty good. Evasion. Evasion. Same. 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 So, like, literally the only item that I have with evasion armor rolls is my boots for some reason. Was that like my first ever nether item or something? I'm not sure. I'm doing this though. Okay, we're going to be moving a bit faster now, guys. So Hals was saying he has 5.175 movement speed. Now I have 5.4 out of nowhere. Or puts it on your shoulders for more movement speed as well. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea, by the way. Certainly, like if I did put it on my shoulders, basically, it would have been even faster movement speed, yeah. But if you think about it, like eventually I'm gonna put it here anyways. I think, to be honest with you, like there's a probably spot where I would like to sit with movement speed, right? And then put like crit strike chance. I think crit strike chance is probably pretty dope. Maybe like up to 66%. I don't even know. I'm gonna roll these. Let me see. So we need to lock these. Lock the movement speed and lock the roll damage. So this guy we unlock because we're gonna make it evasion now. Magic stat is tenacity. And it's maximum rolled, so we can lock it. Rare we unlock. Elite damage reduction, critical damage, ancestor strike damage, whole damage reduction. Like some inner fire. I suppose like you could actually include inner fire into this build, honestly. Like it wouldn't be too bad. It's just not going to be dealing too much damage, that's all. But it would be kind of cool. Yeah, I like the rolls here. It's not too bad. The mana regeneration is kind of like unnecessary, but it's whatever. Okay, I'm gonna lock the maximum life as well, and then we can do like armor into evasion, I think. Yeah, both evasion basically, right? Let's do it. Maybe roll this guy first though. 14.24, it instantly gave me. So it is 35.57. Is it the same? It is the same. So we go here, I guess. Evasion flats. There it is. Now we need to lock this guy as well and roll over here to 35.57. Doesn't need to be absolutely max, but 35 something, and I stop, I guess. Okay, there it is. That's good enough. So is that gonna give me more? Yeah, that certainly gives me a little bit more. 70% reduction now. Apart from that, I have a triple raw damage here, and that is gonna go to maybe my belt? My belt, my shoulder, my gloves. Let's do my belts, I think. I'm getting like 3.5k raw damage here. Beautiful. Ricky's there. I still haven't seen the Earthbreaker shoulders in the nether. It is killing me. Also, hello. But why not, Ricky? I don't understand. I can demonstrate it for you. Enter the netherworld. Earthbreak. It is right here. You're on this. Oh, guys, we're getting so strong. This music sounds like Phantom of the Opera at the starts. No, the slippery ice. No. There are too many explosions, I'm scared. So it is right over here, the Earthbreak shoulders, but if it was not there, you sink in 300k Slurm here, right? And if I'm not mistaken, like it's going to be rolling something else every time. I think so. I don't think it dupes it or gives you the same result. That I'm not really sure. I don't know. But yeah, it's like if it doesn't drop here and you don't want to sink in the Slurm, I guess like you just search for it and go one more time. But it really doesn't take too long, I think. On the normal nether, you could farm it for sure. Manu is saying, do you have the Crackling Thunder leveled up? Because you would be like zooming. What was the Crackling Thunder? Because I don't want to replace my weapon. Hey, Manu. No, I don't want to replace my weapon. Like, I'm just getting stronger and stronger with this. I want to, like, just completely commit to the meme that this weapon is. Maximum life. Melee damage reduction. Retail. Maybe we keep the retail and overdrive chance for sure. Some cleaving action, right? I don't know if I want to keep the evasion and armor. Let's keep them. More armor, maybe. What are you farming and why not Primordial? I was just showcasing something, that's all. I'm farming for the most part nether pieces right now. I want to like upgrade at least my helm today. That's what I need. A helm. Hopefully a nether helm. See you, love. Good day. Hey Kuno, how are you doing? The build is very strong now. Finally stacking up on like the nether items and quite a bit of like kills with the vengeance as well, so the weapon is very strong at this point as well. Also swapped a couple of things around since like the character just, as it continues leveling up like this with the vengeance, just gets tankier. You upgrade like nether pieces, it gets tankier from there too. So now you're capable of like, you know, putting everything into savagery from like attributes. So that gives you even more offense compared to before. That's what's up pretty much. How's it going with you? Wait, okay. I keep on forgetting checking like the highest damage dealt there, by the way. Flank. Am I full tenacity without the whirlwind now? I am. So we don't really need this guy anymore. We can take that comfortably. Trigger retribution. At least 8 enemies next to you. Move through the enemies. Whenever you deal critical strike damage with whirlwind, you gain block stacks. That probably gives you a lot of survival, by the way. I never played with it, but additional 50% recast chance, but only can trigger recast when dealing critical strike damage. This is probably also like a boost to Whirlwind. Skewing to the enemies, because here they're like completely wasted. Yeah. Let's try the Wind Slice. And at that point, what you could also do is like you could go here and respec this one as well, just to like stack the whirlwind even further. This would be like a pure whirlwind hit. The shielded monsters, they don't really care about like how much you hit for, since they're capable of blocking instants. I guess can't really understand what's going on here for the most part. My arcane beams. I'm hitting for 3.7k or something. Oh my. Huge elemental damage. Did my Hunter's build? It has insane damage, right? But trying to get gear for the Vindictive Slam weapon on the Knights. Vindictive Slam is like really hilarious. It's just hammers dropping on the screen all the time. Was that an elemental damage also? I think so, right? Yeah. My Huntress is going to be elemental damage as well. What are you going for on the Hunters? I have no idea. Literally no clue about the character. Didn't level it up yet either. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a longer stream coming up. So could start and finish it. And figure out like what sort of a character I want to play as well in the meantime. Brendo is there saying, hey, I have level 85 totem hunter over 100 million DPS without lag on the forge. Burnt out on the grind for now though, completely understandable. It's quite repetitive after a couple of days. Especially the forge can actually feel like a chore sometimes if you want to go for like 100 wave. Don't even feel that honestly. Let's continue proccing the Astral. Luna is there saying, I just wish they buffed the gold drops. I feel like gold has been my main burnout of this game, and most gold guys are super endgame. Yeah, for the most part, like, you obviously can get a lot of gold in the late game, right? When you're running like 100 forge with a little bit of luck and a strong character. Because you do need, like, some of the choices are obviously rewarding a lot more. So for instance, like, there's the, if you can get the choice early on that says converting your slurm into gold kind of thing, for instance, you can, like, increase the base, therefore, like, the percentages are going to be that much stronger for the later. You can get out with like easily 5 million gold from a run, if not more. That's kind of dependent on the RNG. But earlier on, to make gold, like my suggestion would be just running the Goldus Legendary Bracer effect, basically, right? Because like it's not only for like finding gold more, but at the same time it's about like collecting it as well. Collecting it from the floor is quite cancerous in this game. It's you need to like go over them, and if you don't have these braces, it's not going to be picking them up most of the time from far. So it's just like pickup radius basically. It's much easier to play with this. Highest damage dealt is like 50 million, so I do see about 30. It's like 14% chance. I know, level 15 on this would be insane. We can try and like convert some more. I don't think I'm getting to 15 yet. Not just yet. Probably not. I think I'm gonna need to run a forge. Look at this. It requires one more, literally one more, then I can have a 15 item. Fair enough. You could also, what you could also do is like, you could also take the 50-50. Because if you put this over here, you have a 50% chance that's like, you know, succeeding here. Well, actually, if you come, maybe this is even better. Chances are like 50 of these, right, are less valuable than one of that. So this is how you do it, most likely. Is there something else that I would like to do here, by the way? Can you double? You cannot double, right? There's no shot you're doubling. Like, there's no plus 16 in this game, right? I'm not sure. There is? For some reason, I thought 15 is the maximum. I wonder why I thought 15 is the maximum. It's probably because, like, there are 15 items. Tier 15 resources like the maximum. In that case, like, my approach needs to be different here. You can go whatever you want, but it's increasingly getting difficult. Yeah, after 15, of course. Makes sense. Makes sense. There's a lot of, like, material sink, by the way. But what I'm trying to think is that, like, does that change my approach to these boots right now? When it comes to, like, upgrading them to 15? Probably not, in fact. Like, I guess having a little bit of, like, double reinforced chance would actually go a long way, but... like, imagine hitting, like, a 20% here, right? I don't even know what to do. Interesting. Divine equipment achievement. Okay. Raw damage and critical strike chance, and this is like raw damage reduction. I'll go for the crit here, I think. Wait, 29 with like 60 of them. Can I actually like put more than? No, I just put them onto the floor. Holy shit. 39% and a bunch of the harmony, Slormancer rights. Just a successful 15. 11% crit strike chance. I think I need to do some forge runs later on. Completely out of the lower levels as well. Wait, we have full nether charges. Okay, so I need a neck, right? Is it a neck or like an amulet, by the way? How is it written? Amulets, maybe? It's called amulets. So I need a helm. Look, there's a helm here. There's a ring here. There's a neck here. So this would be like a decent run for me, right? The helm is Titan's Endurance. I wonder, like, where do you get the... where do you get this one? Ancestral Champion. Is that it? We can try to, like, target farm that one. This is not it. That's not it either. This one, Tiara of the Ancestral Champion. And to run this, I have quite a bit more ways to go. So that's not happening right now. Let's try to get the other one from here. Well, we could also check out this one, right? Olorin. Okay. Olorin. Let's see what this is. Double necklace too. Well, that's gonna change. That's the problem. But like, it requires me to run these two. I am running it, unfortunately. Okay. Like, I just realized, right? I can just keep on running until, like, the item, like, the legendary power is where I want it to be. Or where I can run at the very least, yeah. It's pretty big. It just gives a lot of less stats. Yeah. I think I'm gonna stop at, like, 15 for now, Kuno, because the materials that are, like, requested is pretty insane. So I'll try to get to like 15 using the tier 14 crafting material. I don't even think I've ever seen like a tier 14 crafting material drop on the floor. I'm not sure. You probably need like a lot of quantity and quality from the forge. $52 mil. Okay, one of them was Tiara. Tiara is inaccessible again. It's right over here somewhere. Yeah, that's difficult. The other one was like Olo something, Olorin or something. Maybe Olorin. Oh no, they're both not really accessible right now. Yeah, Ultimate Enhancer. Let's do this one then in the meantime. Getting one of those on a nether piece would be absolutely insane of an upgrade for me. Guys, yesterday I have, on the run that I have done like off stream in the forge, I've had the curse once again and I clicked it. It was obviously giving gold, like 900% gold or whatever. And the curse was like extra HP on the monsters until the end of the expedition, right? I want to say it was like 500%. Stuff became so tanky. it took a while to like complete the forge. It was still doable though, like it was okay. Just took a while to kill, that's all. I did once Forge Run where the monsters had over like 2.5k more health because I had one curse that gave monster 50% of my Goldust multi. Yeah, that's the one, basically. So luckily I didn't have high Goldust multi yet. I got something that said that every time I complete a wave, monsters get 4% more HP. It was insane at the end, but got like 22 million gold from it. I see. Now my DPS wouldn't have been enough for such a thing because like already 500% or whatever was pretty grindy for me yesterday. I think you need to be hitting for about like 100 millions for that to be a thing, yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Huh. Tiara, almost accessible, but not quite. Oloran is not accessible either. So like at least this guy is doable now. And for the Tiara, I in fact only needed to do this guy, I think. I want to say. Right? Yeah, so if I had this one completed now, we would have had a chance at Tiara. That would have been interesting. With like double necklace too. Damn, this would have been so good. Let's run this one now then. Dune is saying, does the base of the nether gear matter? Or is it like only the stats that are on it? Only the stats on it. And you can pretty much craft anything that you want. So it doesn't even matter at the end of the day. The only thing, like the limitation or the min-maxing that you can have on a nether piece is the fact that you can only put 3 affixes on it, right? Taking from another item. And legendary power is one of those things. So you would rather have the legendary power already the correct one, and you can kind of try to fix this by what I am doing, right? By running the warlord that's trying to drop one of these legendary powers that I need on the specific item. So like that's, you know, increasing my chances of like having one less graft, and therefore like I can just put like other stats on it thanks to that. But the only limitation is basically, yeah, 3 grafts, 3 items that you can slam on top of the nether item now. mean, it goes beyond, right? Like, if you can find another piece that not only has the correct legendary FX, but also has like a pure stat of what you want, then it's some next level stuff right there then. You know that you could reroll the legendary power on the items, like rerolling the normal stats on it as well. Yeah, this is true actually. So if you don't want to spend the grafting on that, then finding a helm and then rerolling it, as long as like you're fine with using the helm legendary, right, on that piece, then you still save the grafts. Yeah, that's an interesting point, certainly. I didn't really check like how expensive it is to like reroll a legendary power, by the way, on the item. Is it also deterministic, like the crafting, by the way? Is it like cycling through what it hasn't rolled yet, or? It's expensive, you don't really get much of those resources. It is not deterministic either. So you can like basically cycle between the two legendaries that you don't need all the time. I mean, the possibility is still there, I suppose. Not too bad, but... yeah, maximum mana on this one, by the way. Right, we go again. Tiara. Where is it? There. Can't be run right now. And then we have Olorin. Don't tell me Olorin and Tiara is on the same spot. It's not. I got scared for a second. It's right here. It can't be run either. So we're gonna do this one. Unlock that one too. There's Zork. How's it going? I've been rerolling nether items like that. You can't roll two of the same back to back. And what about the crafting mat? Like, are you able to get a lot of those, personally speaking? Like, I don't know. I have a belt, for instance, that I don't really like the legendary power of at the moment, and it is nether. I just don't know what to do with it, pretty much. At the moment. I was thinking something stupid like life leech, like 1% life leech, which is pretty big, obviously. Just fixes your life leech, like, forever, pretty much. Granted, I don't really have, like, all of the legendary powers either. Like, half of them I probably don't know even, so... still grinding. How you all doing? I'm finally home and back to my grind. Close to finishing the first part of the trial. I see. That's the part with like the Adam, right? Adam Nostris. Good luck with your trials. For now, I have 56 of those Stone Mine legendaries, but I've rolled about like 15 legendary powers and other items. I'll check how many I have. I feel like I have like less than 10 for some reason. I might be wrong though. We could certainly roll on the belt that I have, because, as I said, like I really dislike the belt's power right now, and I didn't really know what to do with it, so... okay, move. I think it's one of those days that I need more coffee. Could you craft the legendary effects onto the belts? I mean, chest pieces have like good legendary effects you could craft onto the nether belt. Yeah, then you need to basically like spend the grafting. So, of course you can, for sure. But you're limited to like 3 grafts basically, right? I don't really know all of the legendary powers in the game at all. And on top of that, like, I don't know if there is a belt power that I would like to use. I'm not really sure. But if there is one, you would rather have it on the belt, and you would rather get it either like instantly on the nether item, or as Kuno is suggesting, like, remember you can just reroll the legendary power on the item as well, then, you know, trying to get the one that you need. Don't know. It's a bit just like min-maxing, basically, that's all. The ring is ready. Ring and maybe the cloak. Gloves. Yeah. I'll chance the cloak, I think. Ring and gloves. Maybe. 29% chance. Not quite. Did I say cloak? 10 right now. Could try and like jump 1. Not the best. This is an interesting one because you don't really have the failure chance, but the success chance is 94%. So what is the other like 5% chance? Where is it? What's going on with that one? Double reinforcement. That is ridiculously lucky. What the hell just happened? Like 4% double? Ay, ay, ay. That was huge. Okay. I think this is happening for the first time to me. Never happened before. Cyclops is there saying, how did you progress? I'm having a hard time finding the legendary powers. Should I just not worry about like it until I'm level 100 and able to do netherworld? To be honest with you, my spec shaped the way it is because I found the earth break. So since you're trying to chase this item, I would imagine if you're playing the same build or if you're trying to play the same build, you'll need to find this. And the only way to find this is either like re-rolling the item on the blacksmith or coming to nether and just like target farming the earth break by searching it. How I progressed is, you know, I found the earth break, and because of that I made this build, right? So my experience is going to be different than yours in that case. Okay, the tiara is reachable this time. Interesting. Where's the Oloran? I think I prefer the tiara, but it's not reachable. We're running the tiara here. There are like 2 rings as well. This is such a beautiful run. 3 out of 6 items. So like 50% chance to get what I would use, let's say. It would be an upgrade for me. Alright, big boy run here. Then I make a cafe. I get my tiara here, and then I make a cafe. It's so nice when the boss drops multiple items of what you need. Is having more item quality worth to drop more legendary items or like better quantity? I'm not sure how the item quality works exactly. I think it works towards like basically, you know, white to green to blue to yellow to legendary basically. Cause my guess is like that's because in the forge like you can kind of demonstrate it, right? But I don't think in this quality there is nether existing at all. You know what I mean? I think the nether is just completely yeah, its own thing, and like you cannot increase your chances with those stats. The only thing is like the nether charges or being in primordial, I think. Hello, Mr. Streamer. Do you know if there's a way to make my loot range bigger in the game? Loot range bigger? What does that mean? Like range? Loot range. I'm not sure. Oh, you mean loot range? Okay, like that. Yeah. Pickup radius. This item right over here. Increases gold, Slurmite, Slurmlines, yada yada. So it increases like the radius of the auto pickup items, pretty much, in short, I guess. It's called Midos, and it's for braces. Welcome to the stream, Magician. I actually just dropped it right now. Well, this is a sign. It's a sign that you're on the right stream at the right time. Guys, tomorrow I think we're leveling up the Huntress. I think so. Why don't you open the gates? Open the gates. We do like a elemental Huntress, basically. And the build that I need to do, since I'm so obsessed with the engines, it cannot rely on the weapon. Does that make sense? It needs to be able to like use the vengeance after defeating. Oh my god. Something on the floor. We lift, maybe? What am I looking at here? I've never seen double nether. Well, we're gonna need to pick up the ring here. It's so interesting that like it has a mana regeneration. Guys, let me ask you this. Is mana regen a thing? Is the question. For anybody. Especially the percentage one, not the flat one. Because if mana regen a thing, this item is very good, of course. There's a weapon. Thank you for the follows. I'm gonna reroll this. Like, you know, there's a slight chance. Whenever you cast a projectile skill with your primary or secondary, if you should cast one, you now cast two. This is probably pretty fucking good as well, just so you know. It's just that like this one has a perfect stat on it that gives you stuff depending on your mana regeneration. I am wondering which one I would pick here. That's the problem, right? It's like I didn't get what I wanted, but I could even like use this in my build, obviously. But I'm wondering like if it's a bad thing to like roll away the perfect stat, right? Like you take this and then you roll away the yeah, that might be a mistake. I don't know. I'm gonna reroll this guy. Right now we don't have a choice anyways. The legendary power on the shoulders is super good on the Huntress. Yeah, that's why I was considering it, to be fair. If you want a lot of projectiles. I know. That's literally why I was considering it. It sounds incredibly good. Armor. More armor. Some Ailey res. Bum 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 bum. I have so many like armor perfect rolls. Okay. So first of all, we were talking about the legendary stat reroll. Legendary effects. I have 6 of those. Can I craft? You said you have 50. I have 6. It's called Legendary Slormline. It is this one. I can craft a few, however. I can craft 85 of them for 1.5 million gold, which is nothing. This is fine. So it's not that rare. This is okay. I'm not gonna do 85, but maybe like do a few. Yeah. Reforge the legendary. In that case, I would like to have... Yeah, the Avatar of Shadow is useless as well. We need to have the defensive stat on one of them, for sure. So there's potentially like 2 that I could use. I'm gonna try this a little bit. The price is quite high, though. Whenever you deal Ancestor Strike damage, which I do not, you gain Conquest with Inner Fire. There's a button over here now. You can turn back somehow. I don't know what that is. Not sure what this is, actually. Do I click? Interesting. What the hell? It gets your legendary back. What the hell? It probably doesn't give you your materials back, of course. Sword of the Goldfish. This is a weapon, I think, right? The Goldfish sword. Whenever you deal damage with a fish while Splash is active, it has 15% chance to reduce the cooldown. But it also resets the cycle, so you can get the legendary you rolled once again. Marzo is there saying, it is to go back to the previous one if you don't like the reroll. Yeah, but what Kuno is saying is very, very interesting here. It is the fact that like your pool resets, right? You can always pick the best out of like 2 rolls. I didn't pay attention to this before, basically. The skill in your first ancestor slots has cooldown. Whenever you deal ancestor strike damage, so this is the one that we got the first time around. The defense of both of the rings. So we're gonna sit on this, and this is going to be a huge upgrade for me. Right, there isn't really much that I can change on this ring. So it's like row, evasion, I guess. Row again. I want flat, I think, instead of percentage, I want to say. Percent we probably have like a lot, so. Dude, did I mess this up? Like, what's going on? I must have messed this up. There it is. Movement speed 6.5. What about like the rare stat? Movement speed 6.5. Raw damage is 955, and magic is raw damage 955. So we can certainly change them around. Let's go raw here now. There. For the epic stats, I am using Armor Pen, Light Res, Fire Res, and I don't know how Armor Pen exactly works in this game. It's kind of hard to understand because like it clearly goes above 100. So like, what is it trying to do? If it can go above 100, right? For instance, like Tenacity doesn't seem to be going 100 above. So there's like a cap for this. But what does the Armor Pen try? The amount of armor that is ignored by your skill damage. How can it ignore more than 100 if it's, you know... It's kind of awkward. So maybe we skip the armor roll there? I don't know. When I unequip this... Like fire resistance is a must to have. Fire, ice, and maybe shadow. Fire, ice, shadow would be like the huge combination here, I think. This says defense on both of the stats, right? Yeah, it's just buffing the evasion. It's kind of whatever. Hey Stan, how are you, man? Good day. Someone asked about overcoming the armor pen on Reddit today, and people said anything over 100 is a waste. Yeah, it can go above 100, but I don't recall if there's anything in the game that like benefits from over 100. I think it should have been like explained in the yeah, maybe there's an explanation. Let me see. In the codex. Can you search here? I don't think you can search here, right? I don't think so. Pure stats? No. Hmm. Okay. I just forgot what I'm even rolling, I'm sorry. We need Shadow, Fire, and Ice. There. There's critical strike chance, by the way, on the epic stats of this. That's pretty good too, not gonna lie. Just rolled it twice by now. Damage to elites is very good too. You can really become extremely offensive, honestly. Damage to elites and critical strike chance on like rings, both of them, it's going to be crazy upgrades. But there it is. So now we unlock this guy. This guy. Nothing is maxed out, so we're gonna roll. $925. Movement speed is good. 495 roll damage. Okay, then. 955 roll. Okay. How's your character going, Stan? I'm doing great, thank you. Been grinding still, and the character is like so much stronger than before. It just scales all the time. It continues scaling. It's kind of fun to play. 199. 10% fire resistance. %5 raw damage. $16.24 ice res. Who's going to be the winner here, guys? Probably the shadow res, to be fair. It's a bit easier to hit that, probably. 16.24. Oh, evasion actually won. Okay. Any 10%ers, please? You can do this. I believe in you. Hello? Oh, there it is. I don't even need to lock it because like the legendary stat actually managed to roll maximum as well. So that's beautiful. So Reaper stats. We got Astorias, even though like I don't use it. Whirlwind. Possibly Savagery here, right? Savagery? Right. Okay. Comparing. Yeah, for now we're losing a little bit of everything, right? Just a tiny bit for now. But soon it will be good. When it comes to resistances, I think, right? I swapped light out for like shadow and ice. Yeah, light is going to be looking pretty shaky. So like I need to put some light somewhere, it seems. Well, as I upgrade the other ring as well, it's going to gain. But like I am lacking some light res, certainly. Alright. Guys, we continue until the tiara, right? %86 evasion. I'm in armor. Do you know my dream? Over the rainbow. I don't know. I want to get like 50% life lock. And then gain raw damage out of that. But like my character needs to be a little bit tankier than this. To be able to do that. That's a bit on the fence if I should bench the game or min-max a few nether items. Character has already done everything in the epics and plus the legendaries. Yeah, I know the feeling, certainly. I think I would have been on the same seat if it wasn't for content creation. I'm really enjoying it, so. I'll min-max this and then jump on the Hunters tomorrow, Stan. If you don't have 1 million kills with your vengeance, though, are you even playing the endgame? I'm also going for the Steam achievements as hells. Trying to squeeze out more playtime, as it is such a good game. Right, you gotta tell me if you found some like tricks to get those like hard and grindy Steam achievements a little bit, you know, easier. Because yeah, eventually I'll go as well, I think. What is this? What have you done? You ruin everything. There are indeed a couple of chest legendary effects that you could gain, by the way. Like, one of them we can already gain it on our belts, the other one we can already gain it on my offering. And they would be, you know, lock your health at 50%. And the other one would be 25% multiplier to evasion. They're both, like, insane. Very big. Where's the flag? Oh, it's right there hiding again. Let's actually let's upgrade the ring first. Like, it's gonna give me some resistance so I don't want to hit the floor. It probably is ready to upgrade, right? Yeah, there it is. Let's do with this guy maybe 29%, 44%, double the reinforcements, double the fun. Very good. Okay, did the flag change? No. Profile is saying that I'm at 900,000 kills. I'm 100k behind you. Only another 100 hours to get a new weapon, 1 million. Nah, it's gonna take a lot less than that with a strong character. But you might need to spam Forge a little bit though, to speed it up. I want to say there's about like 20,000 kills per like 100 waves. I might be tiny bit off, but give or take it's like that, I think. Doing some paper math. 22 straight hours of Forge if it is completed in 35 minutes. Yeah, so I don't know how you guys are completing it in 35 minutes, honestly. Like, I have a strong character. I'm guessing I'm just like contemplating too much on what to click. Don't know. Or you clear the screen much quicker than I do. Because I think my 100 waves is about like 45 minutes, give or take. Maybe a little bit longer than that even sometimes. But yeah, Manu was doing it less than 40 minutes as well. So I believe you. Yeah, my 100 wave Forge runs is about like 45 minutes, I think. We can run another one here, but I think it's about it, yeah. Maybe even more, as I said. I don't know why. And I lag more also. I don't know if it's because like I stream, or I have no idea. Like especially towards the end of my forge, around like 90 levels, like oof, everything goes bananas. Start the next wave as soon as you can. Imagine taking 20 seconds every wave. To choose, that's a lot of time though. Well, that's true. True. Almost even. Not bad at all. I have a flag over here, or I have a completion over here, which is not a boss. I'll do the flag, I guess. Let's get to Nether quicker. Scotty's there saying, yeah, my fastest was 25 minutes Huntress, and the mage just have more screen clear than the knight. I see. Yeah, I suppose you're also like picking up the choices much quicker. It's funny because like after all that contemplation, right? I don't necessarily get a good reward either. So why did you spend your time then, kind of thing? Like the biggest payday for me was about like 8 million gold, I think, which was, to be fair, I was pretty happy with. But I think it's not really like a crazy screen at all. You can easily see like another digit in that gold, I think, number. Some blind gaming enjoyment. Image is there saying, hi Mala, how's it going? I see the game is still keeping your attention. It is, certainly. How about you, Miss? Welcome, mate. How are you doing? I just read the amount of waves and it's only like X waves long. I pick random effects. Well, for my mage, it won't matter what I choose, only to like look at. It's not. My build doesn't have any negative effects, so just choose gold over equipment quality or fragment quality. You actually pick up the equipment quality. That's interesting. That's something that I never pick up. And you're actually picking the spirit last. That is very interesting. Auto start the next wave in your next update will get me back to the forge. Is that going to be something like that, Brando? If it's going to be like auto starting the next wave, how is it making the choices? Do you have like a... Do you go like full random and get rewarded for it? Or can you set like some sort of like a preference beforehand? That would be very interesting, by the way. I would be up for that. Gives out of fragments. High-end fragments than doing fragments itself. Yeah, I suppose like salvaging them on the blacksmith pays off big time, right? You're right. That's an interesting point of view. Right, so gold over item. And spirits lost. It's funny because like the only reason at the end of the day, like after I'm okay with the gold, right? The only reason that I want to do forge is because of the spirits. Because I just want to like max out my affinities eventually. And don't enter the forge so many times anymore. The unique thing that you can gain from the forge is, apart from like how much of an experience boost it is at the end of the day, it's the spirits. I need the gold forge anyway, so affinities come as they go. 45 hours in. Deadly Accuracy Reaper with the Whirlwind, clearing stuff for now. And level 75 doing 9 different maps. We'll see how it goes once I unlock the nether. I think you're gonna enjoy the nether, Emmett. It's also gives you the capability of like target farming legendaries, so equipment quality is nice if you end up with like 1000 chest items and lots of equipment quality. You can easily fill up an empty inventory with epic and legendaries. Guys, you're kind of making me want to go forge right now. It's funny to test this out. Well, I'm a little bit embarrassed that it's going to be... Oh, that's an interesting one. 30% experience gain. The base of the item is level 97. Like, why would you need that experience gain on a base of an item? I'm not sure. Retaliation, but bad roll, right? 34%? No luck. Okay, I'll try to get one more nether item. I make myself a coffee and then we do a forge run, okay? Huge. The flag is over here. Right. Been trying to max out the new affinity, but Keeper is not giving me the double spirits one. I think my affinities are like really low level. But I'm going to be maxing out the affinity of, at the very least, like the leveling weapon, right? Sword of the Trainee, or of the Trainee Reaper, I guess, I should say. Before I jump into my Huntress tomorrow. So... if I'm lacking a lot, perhaps like I'll farm some tonight on this, like either like a night stream or just off stream. I'll farm some forge to level up my affinity on that guy. I'm assuming that sword has, well, that weapon has an affinity as well, so it's going to give us more experience leveling up. While you're using the Trainee Reaper, do you still go for like the experience ultimatum, or that's a bad no-no, right? Because like experience ultimatum is probably like blocking the weapon or something. I'm not sure. I don't know how it works actually. For wave 104, it's best to do a difficulty 3 so I can be done with it. You do want to make sure that like you don't die, so... But at the same time, I think it's better to do just like the Siege Leader and get all of your runes first. I think that's a good one too. So like if there are runes that you're missing still, like I'll just do the Siege Leader and get out. Honestly, it's not too bad. Once you're done with that, like the Siege Leader's offering at the end of Siege Leader's death, right? It becomes a multiplier. It becomes like a cool addition to your run, so it gives you more incentive or more rewards to like complete the run. Otherwise you're only selecting a rune every time, so... You can go for the experience ultimatum until your weapon gives more than 65%. I mean... Okay. Alright. And so, it is a no-no then to use it together. Tasty's there saying, are the mobs that spawn with a red health bar at the top considered bosses? Trying to figure out why my part 1 of Realm of Edriers doesn't go past 1 in that category. Okay, so Realm of Edred is here. Not sure. Considered bosses. Defeat the battlefield bosses. You're talking about this guy, I think, this challenge, right? So what you need to be doing is like you need to be running Battlefield on this choose your adventure battlefield journey. Okay, don't be on the right side, so be on the left side, because it says random and ever-changing environment and boss events, you see. So how this works is that like out of every 5 waves, sometimes faster, so after like completing a screen fully, you'll open a portal, right? You go next. After the 5th one or the 4th one, I think, there's a guaranteed boss, right? So you need 15 of those, basically, to complete your challenge, mate. Good luck. And I'm not sure about the health bars, no clue. But he's going to be, like, alone. It will be a single room, right? It will be a boss. And it will, like, spawn lots of, like, small ads. But you will easily understand that it is a boss, yeah. Meowster is there once again saying, time to settle in and mend some slurms. How is everybody doing? I'm doing great, Meowster. Welcome. Have a nice day to you as well. Nice slurming. You're welcome, Tasty. Feel free to ask anytime if I can help. We have another one over here. Okay. Oh no, the shields. What's loot dropping nades? Hey, Ascam. I'm level 70 mage, never safe is saying. Adam one taps me instantly with no warning. How to fight him? You need to increase your defenses a little bit, probably just percentage stuff. You can try to like max out the ultimatum that gives you a rear damage reduction and run that one just for Adam. You can try to get the percentage damage reductions from the toughness, and you can also try to get the 30% damage reduction from determination. Either one of them would be okay. Apart from that, you also need to take care of your, at the very least, elemental resistance, this global node. If you're stacking armor so far and a little bit of health, this node right over here will give you a lot of elemental resistance out of nowhere. So that will help you as well. Yeah. It is supposed to be a little bit of a long fight, by the way, at the early levels, just so you know. So don't be discouraged about like your DPS, right? You're supposed to be playing it correctly. For my character, it was like that too. But I obviously needed to fix the one-shots. So like when you're in there, if you're not getting one shot anymore, if you're capable of like, you know, dancing a little bit, then I think you're capable of killing it too. Then it's time to learn. But before that, like there's quite a bit that you can change. You can set his wrath to make him easier. That is something that I tried and I couldn't figure out how, or I couldn't really like feel the difference whatsoever. House, can you tell me like where do you even check like change his wrath? Because I think I just like changed my wrath on battlefields. And it didn't feel like it did any difference. But this is not the first time I'm reading this comment. So I probably didn't know how to change this wrath, perhaps. I don't know. Also, I did not know the Wrath on M and learned it about Sony later. And how do you change it? Like, where's the interface to change that from? Auto starting Forge Waves which prompts you with a choice on new wave. Like a random select option though. Try to like AFK it. Is there such a thing, by the way, already in the game or no? Don't think so, right? Don't think so. So yeah, saying, hello, are you sure Astral Aberration works with the Astral Retribution? Thanks a lot. Where can I find Astral Aberration? I'm not sure where the Astral Aberration is. Could you help me? But if you're getting influence, try and make sure you're fully spec in the bravery right before you take the portal home for the influence bonus. What the hell? But it is 40% influence increase and you can just snipe it at the end? Oh my god, that's a YouTube video right there. What? It's 30% proc of the chance on the Astral 4 hits. Yeah, so you're talking about this guy. This guy right over here. The Aberration, you have 30% Ancestor Strike chance. Ancestor Strike chances now deal regular damage. If you look over here to Legendary Shoulders effect, it says Grappling Hooks Ancestor Strikes are triggering Meteor instead. So when we go over here and Grappling Hook, the Ancestor Strikes are the ones that are like triggering the Meteors, right? And you can try to play without that. I guess I took so much damage there. I don't know. Couldn't recover quickly. Can go again. So I was doing this guy, right? Okay. Since I've completed it, I've gotten the charge, by the way. It's interesting. You see, like, there are no meteors. So just like that. How it works is like, it's interesting because like the meteors are not ancestral strikes. So like my meteors continue critting since they're not ancestral strikes. But this chance is thanks to the Earthbreak Legendary Shoulders, this chance is affecting the meteor spawns. So like without that node, it would be possible to play this build, but you would need to stack up quite a bit of ancestral strike chance. Basically. Mendako is saying, hey, any use of the Slurm if you got spare? Yes, there is a use for it. You could even convert it from this temple representative. You can convert it to Elder Slurm, I think, right? Or you can just like use it to reroll, which is what I'm doing. Reroll the Warlord chest, basically, right? For every item reroll, it's 100k Slurm. That's pretty much what it is used for at the late game. On top of that, like if you want to respec or something, from like skill damage into elemental damage, I suppose like you could max out this tree as well. It will even give me tiny bits of damage because like I have these like astral beams, right, that are elemental damage, but it wouldn't really be a big deal at all. Because they're hitting only for like 3k or something. It's very low. Well, there's only one Reaper that gives you percent pure Slurm. Yeah, Temple's 150 run. That is where you get it from. Yo, Hals, the information that you gave earlier is incredible. Thank you very much. If I end up like giving that as a guide on YouTube, I'll shout you out also, mate. That's beautiful. So it's saying, so I got 2 minutes ad and didn't get the answer. No problem. The short answer is yes, it does work. And you do need it. Your meteors are not ancestral strikes. But the shoulder is making it so that ancestral strikes are in fact proccing meteors, as you can see like this. If I respec out of it, and I did while you were watching an ad, I suppose, it doesn't proc a meteor at all. You can certainly play it without that node, but you would need to commit into some ancestral strike chance from your equipment or somewhere else. Like, you need it for sure. So with a build like this, you need crit strike chance and ancestral strike chance, and then you also need a high crit strike damage. But you really don't care about the ancestral strike damage. That doesn't do anything for us. Replicant is there saying, hi, what's the fastest way to level from 60 to 100? There's a weapon, a Reaper weapon called Of the Trainee. It looks like a wooden sword, wooden bow, etc. You get this, you level its affinity up as high as you can because that will help you as well. And then you just play with this. That's it. When it turns into Primordial, you play with the Primordial instead. It is, I cannot stress this enough, you need to level its affinity up. It's gonna help you big time. Armor percents. Luck increases 24% faster. What the hell? Legendary cape. Holy! 18% of the damage dealt to you is staggered and dealt over 10 seconds rather than being dealt instantly. Whenever you deal ancestral strike damage, staggered damage is removed. This is very interesting now. Like, we don't... Yeah, you don't have an ancestral strike, but you do still deal ancestral strike damage, right? Because you did manage to ancestrally strike. Yeah, that's what it kind of like got me confused, but... Alright, guys, we need to graft this onto something. The Lucky Marauder's Cape. Is that a ring? What do you guys think? Ring graft? Belt graft, perhaps? Belt might have some like good stuff. Ring doesn't have a good stuff, I think. Gold is fine. Crit chance. Well, my meteor. This is insane as well. These two are insane. So it's either one ring or belts that is open. I don't have anywhere else that is open. Okay, we tried to like reroll my belt, I think. Wait, what happened? Unlock the legendary? Oh, I locked it. My bad, my bad. What the hell? Reforge the effect. There we go. Sword of Combining Warlock. You can now cast ancestral skills while channeling Whirlwind. It's not too bad, but... No. Goldfish? So is there like a goldfish stuff both rings and the belt? Like what's going on? Do they share a pool or something? You have 11% chance ancestral strike damage for each stack of burn on the enemy. Oh. Yeah, with the burn ring, maybe it kind of makes sense, but it's not too bad, by the way. Power crystals, benefits. Whenever you dealt damage, it cannot exceed this value, and it is equal to your maximum life. This is a high value, by the way, because like I have high life. Costs 0 mana. While this order is toggled, enemies within 4-yard radius deal reduced damage and have more attack speed. Okay. Legendary belts. Whenever you cast a skill in your 4th ancestral slot. Primary skill, you gain a boost 5 times. Increased damage for each stack. Should be the other way around, I think. While not in combat, you're invisible. Like, I cannot find something that is decent. I don't know why it's not rolling right now. Because I'm rolling the belt, right? Like, this is the only thing that I might like. I have never tried the invisible. Why is my scratch not going away, by the way? That's funny. I guess in the interface it poses the game. Okay. We're gonna put my cape onto my ring and play with the invisible and see if I'm gonna like this. I think so. The interesting thing is, like, remember, one of my ring is saying the defensive stat is being increased or something, right? So, like, I would need to find evasion defense as a defense stat, right? Or you could do, like, a tenacity defensive stat on the ring as well, and then you could buff that with this one. Maximum life. I mean, maximum life is pretty insane too. You would have so much more maximum life that way. And then maximum life turns into... Holy, area damage reduction again. I am so indecisive, I have no idea. Maybe just put like an evasion. I don't know. Hey Surge, how are you? Also not sure about the ring legendary effects, but you cannot stack 2 of the same. Yeah. I'd highly recommend farming the Mage Academy. Oh, for leveling. Interesting. Not yet. It's going to be on the next update. Cheers, Brendo. Thank you very much for the follows. I'm going to use the bathroom, and I'll also make myself a coffee, and then we're going to jump into a forge run, okay? I'll be right back. Hello. Is that like a high roll? There's a percentage one as well. Okay. So we do like 6k evasion. Look at that. It's beautiful, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I'm out of slime. Sure. The invisible outside of combat is like pretty much instant. There's no cooldown in between. You instantly get out of combat. It's very interesting. Especially after killing your enemy, I think. Like, if you kill your target, it just gets out of combat. So far I like it, actually. $17,000 reach. Ay, ay, ay. $1.3k, by the way. That's nice. My knight has 18.7. I'll check mine as well. Where's the breaches closed? 13k. 13.6. Not enough. But look at my vengeance. 320k kills on it. My vengeance is huge. Me and my vengeance. So grafting one more time. This ring with this evasion. Right. Boom. 6k evasion. Now this ring with this legendary. 30% faster luck increase. Boom. And then you select your crit damage here, of course. We check out the rolls of this legendary if it's high enough. It goes to 31%. Everything is locked. The defense is not locked. Right, reforge this to 31. There it is. Now we do a quick forge, perhaps. Yeah, slacking. What am I doing? If he's slacking with that number. Oh, this one's upgrade. Double reinforcement that became like 11. That's huge. Why is there nothing else? Basically stopped playing. Are you playing right now? You're playing. Welcome back. Welcome back. Come, let's slam together. Come. Right, we're maxed out. Let's search for Tiara. Tiara is inaccessible. Olorin, maybe. Olorin is accessible. Double ring. Oh, we need to drop the Olorin here. Max life and regen. Where do I want to be? Whenever you deal crits, you have life on hit for the next 5 seconds. Crit strike damage, doesn't matter. Tenacity is something that I do not need either, I think, actually. Let me see if it's fine like this. Yeah, it's exactly fine like this. That's beautiful. As we're getting there. Whenever you're dealt damage, the next secondary skill applies 100% critical strike multiplier. Don't know. It's just pure. It's evasion. Movement speed. Tiny bit of bravery, I guess. More movement speed. $1 million average damage now. And that's with like +4s and stuff right now. I've been pretty lucky with upgrades, I think, these 2 days. Thinking of doing another NO 1800 run. For the new one coming soon in TM. Don't think I know anything about that game at all. There are a couple of indie games that I want to check out. That is like roguelike and ARPG-like, but I think I'm just gonna grind the hell out of this. Like, this game felt so good that, like, I'm wondering if I should check out like Chronicon or the other indie pixel art RPG as well at some point. Don't remember the name. Chronicon is amazing. Yeah, I haven't played the Chronicon. I think I own it actually, because of course, why wouldn't you? You buy the ARPGs, right? This one is absolute to Chronicon. What do you mean? Absolute what to Chronicon? Absolutely better than Chronicon? I don't know. Might stream it when it comes out. The Anno 1800's next game, or? Guys, this is it. I have no life, by the way. I'm completely silenced. Why doesn't he, like, ever move? He just sits inside the silence all the time. Alright, necklace, please. Right, this ring. Avatar of Shadow again. Necromancy. Apparently I don't have this. Minion increased damage. Equal to equipped effect of Necromancy skill. Additional projectiles. The additional projectiles are now cast around you instead. Right. We picked this up. It's not too bad for like I would say like a projectile huntress that I'll make, right? It's my 3rd nether duplicate. Let me check the bus rides. I need to go pick up my son from the school today. Last time I stopped the stream at a random point and then I had to wait for the next bus because I just missed one. So it's probably smart to check it out now. Okay. Right. Just one more, right, guys? Just one more, surely. Where's the flag? Hey, Crank. I don't have time for forage. I'm sorry. I'm not stalling, I just don't have time for forage. I'm gonna do it later today. Maybe night stream tonight, guys, if you would like it. Guys, honestly, if you haven't played with the Invisible Legendary, it's very interesting. Check it out. It's kind of cool. It's a node that I haven't completed before, so this is very welcome. I wonder, like, what's the reason behind Whirlwind not scaling with attack speed? Don't see anything. Probably it lags. What's the reasoning behind Whirlwind not scaling with area? That too. Devs hate the spin to win. A little bit of vision sprinkled on top. Is that what you mean? Tiny bit of vision. I think I skipped something all the way at the entrance. Yes, man. When he's a one, time to swap to real armor stacker and farm my new gear. I have, like, outside of combat right now, I have 72%. I'm actually contemplating instead of like invisible, I could also take like 24% increase evasion. That would be okay too. That would give me so much more armor, in fact. But yeah, while we are fighting, I have 88% armor at the moment. Which is probably pretty good now. Almost 800k. Stacker is moving ahead with the vengeance. You know what I should be doing now? I should actually just go for like the vitality. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. I'll put the vitality chest on my belt and play Half-Life. Beautiful game, by the way. See how much damage I'm going to be gaining from that. We could like test it if I have this SPs, which I should. Certainly test it before slapping it on the belt. Does my belt even have a... Yeah, it does have a slot, I think. That's okay too. Too bad I didn't get to like play with the invisibility for too long. One more evasion on the defensive. This is a bad roll, I think, though. Might be another one. Percent? Okay, that's a better roll. Much better roll. Percentage. I wonder like if percentage is better or not. It's impossible to tell. That's a bad roll as well. So what else did I have in mind again? Checking the legendary effects, the chess beats, life, luck, vitality. This is the one. So listen. When we are rocking this, I have 811,000, okay? Average skill damage. And then we lock this in. It's going to stay the same, isn't it? Because I didn't heal myself. I need to like heal myself somehow. Is there that like belt that heals me? I think it's a belt. Let me see. Because like we need to AFK heal somehow. Right, missing life healed. There we go. Equip this. Remove that. So this is gonna heal me up. It will take a moment, right? Yeah. Oh, it's taking a while, actually. Is there somebody that I can talk to in town to, like, heal me up or something? I don't think so. Any doctors in here? Well, I guess... Try to relog. Maybe relogging, actually. Let me see. That's an interesting suggestion. Good job, Stan. Very good. Right, so 591, okay? You lock your health. Wait, was it 591? 625. It's not giving me as much as I thought it would, in fact. That's interesting. It's going to be a little bit more, by the way, since like my life cap is going to be more than this, but... There's something over here as well, isn't it? If you have less than 50%, it gives you raw damage. Let's max this out. Costs temper. You have elemental damage. Cooldown reduction. Tenacity armor, elemental res, and elite damage reduction. Spark machine, monolock. You continuously create sparks. It deals for 3,000 damage. Oh my god. Overcharge. Imbue your weapon with the overcharge. And gain lightning resistance in the process. Yeah, there isn't really anything that I would like to say. Okay, one thing at a time, I guess. I will do it though, I think. So, whenever you deal non-critical ancestral strike damage, you gain humility. That doesn't work for me, I think. We come over here, we put this ring in, put this guy in, and then we're gonna put evasion, which will become 4k. Not bad at all. The defense stat on both of the rings is increased by 19%. Yeah. And then I'm gonna put immense vitality on my belt, I think. Now we can lock that in. We have 929,000 damage. 9%. It's quite... My shoulders can become 12. Don't have the 11 for some reason. We can commit into these shoulders, I think. I don't know, I'm not sure. Critical reinforcement, so it's going to be saving some of the potential, I think. Okay. So I was saying, since your hit chance is only good with your shoulder legendary proc, right? Since we can only proc Meteor with 100% block. Yeah. There are two ways that I'm utilizing Meteors right now, right? One of them is tied to Grappling Hook and Ancestral Strike chance with it. And the other one is just about the luck. So when it reaches 100, like on a full turn, right, it will proc Meteors, and those Meteors can actually proc more Meteors. But those are like the two mechanics that is going on right now, yeah. Anytime. I think I'm even stronger now. No more invisible, but... Doing something similar using the lances, it gives a nice infinite scaling boss. Can you try to explain? So do you have like lances instead of the whirlwind, I guess? Maybe? I'm trying to skip both of these. It's fucking... It's with the node, align the stars. $150. You gain a cosmic stack that gives you 1% damage for Meteor and the sword. I've actually like read this cosmic stack. Is there like a legendary for that as well? I remember something like this. Especially for the forge, your build would be very interesting, I think. Good one. Because like it's a continuous place, so... I'll look into it sometimes. It sounds very cool. Chat, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Today's normal stream is going to be ending right here because I need to go pick up my son from school. Thank you so much for the follows and the subs. I very much appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for being there also. Thanks for the support. I might come back for a night stream tonight. If you're following either the YouTube or the Twitch, you will be notified for it. Or you can be in the Discord. I usually like spam there when I'm going live also. And also, in a few hours, I'll actually like work on a YouTube video as well. That's like going to be short. Have a good rest of your day. And until tomorrow, take care. If I don't come tonight, peace out, guys. Bye-bye.